Good, yes, good. Alright, hello everybody. It is Tuesday. It is 7 o'clock Central. That means it is time for cards. And what we are doing today is we are going to go ahead and do some drafting Modern Horizons. Uh, Modern Horizons is back with Phantom events on here for a week. It's got real events too, but we're going to do Phantom events because I don't care. I don't actually play constructed formats at the Mo. So, uh, like to have more fun with the Phantom ones. But yeah, Modern Horizons, most known for massively shifting the modern format. So yeah. Anywho, Nick Thermon, thank you very much for the triple sub. Oh my goodness, that is an emote. I'm glad to see that Ryan has an emote. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Anyway, what we are doing today, we are going into the limited zone. We are going to go ahead and click on this thing that says Modern Horizons Phantom Draft Queue. League, not queue. Medibot, thank you very much for the sub as well. I appreciate it. Please enjoy your cube. We are going to do some wizard crimes indeed. So yeah, Modern Horizons, still fairly new. It's a set that went straight into Modern, had a very massive effect on the format. A lot of cards that were a couple cards that were too powerful, and a couple kind of warping cards to not just Modern but other worlds, as you might expect with a high power set. So let's go check it out. So yeah, 10 tickets, Phantom, jump in the league, about the same amount of players as in the last week's. Just missed one. All right, we're probably gonna wait a little while on that. Dang. But yeah, so yeah, Modern Horizons. If you like, it's been a while since we've gotten to play with this set. I really enjoyed playing with this in like drafting this at the shop was a lot of fun, and it was a really exciting set for a lot of people, including myself. It got me back interested in Modern in a pretty hefty way, though that interest fell off fairly quickly once I realized what effect it truly had. MC Subtle, thank you for the sub. It is the beginning of a new month, the beginning of new cards, so it's time. So yeah, well, we might be waiting here a little while. Means we're just going to be sitting here talking about what's going on in the world of cards. Uh, Still a lot of Pioneer things. We're going to be Snow or Ninjas. I don't know. Maybe it'll be the red-green lands deck. That'd be sweet. I don't. I've saw that deck work pretty well, but I want Yes, Modern Horizons. Next week, I believe, is Vintage Masters, and then the Vintage Cube comes back after that, as far as like draft formats on Magic Online. But yeah, Modern Horizons drafts are back for this week on Magic Online, where we are. Damn, I feel bad that we missed the draft here. We're probably going to be waiting in this queue for a good 10 minutes or so. I don't know. I don't think there are any cards with that keyword in this set. Um, Mentally going through cards that exist with Dredge and, like, was there one? I don't think there was. I mean, Hogak obviously exists. I think I'd remember if there was. But yeah, Pioneer is a format that keeps shifting. We keep seeing a lot of changes within it. What archetypes did you draft the last Modern Horizons? I ended up in Snow a lot. Um, right, the Shatter. That's the one with Dredge. That's why it wasn't 0 cards. It's Dredge for a Shatter at sorcery speed. Um, I remember playing a lot of Snow in this format. A lot of the time. What does Dredge do? Dredge allows you to skip your draw, and rather than draw a card, you can pick up a card with Dredge from your grave, and mill that many cards off the top of your library. Assuming you have that many. Excuse me. Bit of a cough there. It is a contender for the most broken keyword in Magic. Um, Flat. So, like a card with Dredge 4, you would, rather than draw, you would choose, you would mill the top 4 cards off your deck, put them in the grave, and pick up the card with Dredge 4 from the graveyard. Now, what this means is that at a higher cost to your deck, the idea behind Dredge initially in Ravnica, where it was introduced, was oh, you get to choose your draw. You pick, you get to kind of have this consistency to your deck. You keep picking up the cards that work best in a situation. Um, that isn't what Dredged was ever used for in the history of Magic. See, there's this thing where Dredge cards went up to like Dredge 6 as a cost. Dredge 6 on 1, Dredge 5 on, like Dredge 6 and 5 on 1 on Imp, and then 4 on a couple. Anyway, you don't care about the cards you're picking up. You care about putting a billion cards in your graveyard, and then weird, you built your deck so that every one of those cards has an effect when it's put into the grave. Magic is such a massive game, and there's so many cards that work from the graveyard in some way. Bloodghast, for instance, is a simple one. Bloodghast is a vampire that has the text, when you play a land, return this from the graveyard to play. It's a 2/1 creature that can't block. It has haste for your opponents at 10 or less. Um, and that's kind of neat. What if your entire deck was cards like that? So what happened with Dredge is nobody actually played Dredge to continuously pick up a card, and not nobody. I played Graveshell Scarab. It was neat. But generally with Dredge, you would just go ahead and play, cards that said discard and draw, or draw and discard. And then all of a sudden, wow, I put 12 cards in my grave, and then I discard this card with Dredge 6 back into my grave. And then I look at my grave, and there's 4 cards with flashback. And, like, 2 cards with other effects, and 3 creatures that come back from the grave for free. And you can build a deck that just doesn't do anything but mill itself and win. Modern Horizons had one of the biggest payoff cards for this style of deck. Would people attempt to mill these decks out? Doing that would be dangerous. They're spending their entire game plan trying to mill their deck, and you're going to do it for free. Imagine if you were playing against an opponent and you decided, well, I'm going to try to kill you by allowing you to draw your entire deck. Can you beat me if you draw your entire deck? Also, here's free mana. Hopefully you can't stop me. So, no, Mill did not answer these because all that did was feed the flame. You just put oxygen on a fire. You tried to water the grease fire. You would need a very, very specific style of mill that exiles in order for that to work. Which led to a lot of very, very strong graveyard hate existing, a lot of bannings in modern and older formats. Yeah, Ashiok is the card that does come to mind with the exact style of mill. But that was, 15 years after Dredge was printed. So, yeah, you like... And this is kind of a lesson that a lot of games can take to heart. I do play a lot of different card games, and sooner or later, every one of them runs into this. Netrunner, for instance, ran into this very early in its life cycle, where there was a card that had the text. It was a 1-cost card. It was It was one cost, and it had the text, you may choose to put the top X cards of your deck into your graveyard as a cost to pay this card. Your opponent destroys a card they control of cost X or less. Which is weird, because that doesn't do anything. The X basically doesn't matter, because they're going to destroy a 0-cost card or a 1-cost card to it. But this had no upper limit. The card just said, choose a number, put that many cards from the top of your deck into your graveyard. So decks came to be where you would just choose 45 and put every card from your deck into your graveyard. And yes, you would lose next turn if you were to draw a card. However, now you can set up perfect draws. There was another card that said shuffle 3 cards from your deck, from your graveyard into your deck. Wow, okay, that was very heavily played. But it's a very powerful effect when you have no deck. Shuffle 3 cards in your deck. Oh, I have 3 cards. There was another card printed into the same pack as the mill your entire deck card that said, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, play them for free. Or, actually, sorry, play them not for free, you paid costs. But just play them. You didn't pay time costs. And weird. Generally, those 3 cards would reset up your combo. One would pick up a copy of the card that plays the top 3 cards of your deck. One would pick up the shuffle, and one would be your forward-moving card. And then you would just repeat this, and then your opponent would lose because you repeated a combo until it ended. It was... Every game has to go through that sort of pain. Some earlier than others. But yeah, Magic went through it pretty early with Hermit Druid. Hermit Druid is a kind of a notoriously banned card from way back that said, green 2-mana creature, 1/1, green tap, reveal cards from the top of your deck until you hit a basic land. Put that land in your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Again, what if I just didn't play any basic lands? Well, gens, you'd run out of cards in your deck. That's bad, right? Only if I plan on giving my opponent another turn. So, graveyard is a major resource in a lot of games. Some games don't have graveyard as such a huge resource. Digital games have kind of moved away from that. Hearthstone does not have that sort of style, but Eternal does. It is pretty cool in a way, yeah. It's a very unintended... Again, with Dredge, the idea was like you would look in your grave and be like, do I pick up the -1/-1 kill spell, the creature, the +3/+3 pump, or do I pick up this discard spell? Which of these would be most beneficial to me at this juncture? And then you would make that decision, and the decision would be really cool. Can we just play with Yawgmoth? That's pretty rad. This is Phantom, so none of these are worth money. No worries on that. As similar to Magic, you don't mill your opponents in Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. Almost every card that deck has, or in that game has a graveyard effect. Alright, Yawgmoth, pro-humans, cool, whatever. Pay a life, sack a creature, -1/-1 counter entire creature, and draw a card. Cool. Discard a card, proliferate, black. Cool. That seems sweet. We could probably pick up things like First Sphere Gargantuan, pick up Headless Spectre. Probably not both here, but, yeah, Eternal's also very careful about not having too many self-mill effects, because they know, the game is designed by Magic players. So I think Yawgmoth's strong here. Springbloom Druids and Talisman are like hedging picks. Fairy Seer is like a ninja card. I like going with the cool one though. This is good removal. This is no other black cards in here. Interesting. Talisman of Hierarchy. That's a choice. Iceberg's Cantrix. Lava Dart, our very good friend. Lava Dart is deal a damage. So, like, Lava Dart is an example of a card that you can cast from your graveyard at low to no cost. Obviously, this does have a cost. Sack a Mountain. But there are cards like that where it's like, oh, whoa, hold on. Venomous Changeling, if I want to try and cut off black a little better. I kind of like having Talisman of Hierarchy as a way to ramp up, even if we only use it for the black side. That would let me play Yawgmoth on 3. Does this set have threatened type effects? That's a good question, and something we could probably look for. Even like Orcish Hellraiser might be a good aggressive card. I kind of like the aggression now that we're talking about it. You know, if we're like super aggressive and then like run, you know, Black Red Rakdos, rush them down, it's not a bad idea. I'm gonna pick the Talisman because that fits in my mind, but we'll see. Ooh, Grave Shifter immediately stands out. So does Man of War. Man of War is really good as well. Yeah, Goat Nap. Yes, that's the that in here. Not the Goat Napper, but the Goat Nap itself. So we do want to keep an eye out for that. So the Man of War and the Shifter are the two cards that stand out to me. I love Shifter. So here's the trick about this format from memory. Changeling is incredible. Changeling as a piece of power on it is super super good. There's a lot of odd, just sort of random uh, type pieces to this format. Slivers, ninjas, all sorts of just like odds and ends because of the way the set's set up. Lions and Graveshifter is a gravedigger that is all of those things. Riotous Ruiner, Tempered Sliver, Goblin War Party, Winter's Rest. Okay. Shelter. Sinkhole doesn't seem too bad. I don't know how I feel about Reckless Charge in this deck. Kite is... It's funny, this set actually has the draw 2 thing going on. Winter's Rest is cool removal. It taps a creature, and then if you have another snow permanent, it stays untapped. And I think War Party's a little too expensive. Like the token generation, that's pretty nice with Yawgmoth. So like that's actually a pretty real point to bring up. But I like the idea of going into red with Yawgmoth, and Magnetic Sinkhole would be a good way to do that. Sinkhole, instant speed, and we should be able to get some cards in the yard for it. Cabal Therapist? Ooh. But what if? That's interesting. Rank Officer? That's also interesting. Red's kind of missing here. We should keep an eye on that. Vesper Lark. Do you have anything in our... No. Nothing immediately. More sack outlets, though, is pretty cool. Is that better than Rank Officer? Our curve is a little high right now. Soul Strike Technique, Iceberg. Nobody's on the... This is tough immediately. I'm seeing blue and white kind of open, and that makes me want to shift into, like, either picking up these Cantrixes or something like that. Even, like, String of Disappearance is strong. Rank Officer is not bad either. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Iceberg Cantrix. We'll see how that plays. Smoke Shroud, and, Ninja makes tokens. Ninja that makes tokens when I have Yawgmoth seems like a play. Mind Rake we don't really care a lot about. Unearth is pretty cool. We don't have any huge targets for it yet. Smoke Shroud is a card I like for having return on Ninja, and again, Graveshifter likes ninjas. This works well again with Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth's protection isn't going to come in much, except against shapeshifters. It's a shame they're useless because I love the art in these lands. They're not. Snow-covered lands have had a huge resurgence in older formats. Astral Drift, you're going to give me that right now? Oh, God. I'm sorry, we have to mulligan everything. You're gonna give me Astral Drift right now? Oh, God, I want it so bad. Yeah, okay. We have a Graveshifter. Let's find more to make this work. So Astral Drift is Astral Slide. But better in a lot of ways. This was like the first constructed deck I ever built in Magic. I love this thing. Okay, so maybe we can let's get some drifting going on. That seems fine. We have a Talisman that fixes for white. Let's make it happen. Nope, that's not where we're going. Snow-covered lands are still going really high. Charm is okay. I've actually had that card do more than it should in this format. Nothing in here that super speaks to our plan. Talisman's not bad as well. Again, getting us in here. Pick up the snow-covered land. I don't know how snow-covered our deck is going to be, but if we are in blue, it doesn't hurt to have. I don't hate too much of this Yeah, I think it's like Talisman, Land, Charm. If we are in blue-white, that means we do want... Ooh, Tribute Mage. All right, what do you grab? 2-cost artifacts. Okay. Ooh, oh, okay. Right, but what if I can, like... Okay. What if I can 3-color... Oh, God, and there's a first sphere, too. Okay. No, this is good. We have a plan. This is gonna work really weird. Does it being snow-covered actually bestow an effect? In a lot of ways, yes. So see on this chiller pillar, how it has 4 and then 2 snowflakes? You can only put 8 of those snowflakes from snow-covered lands. Grab this Venomous Changeling, that card does fine. We don't have any others here, but Iceberg Cantrix here says, whenever another snow permanent enters the battlefield under your control, do its thing, mill 2. And this is a snowland. The snow mana became super necessary in a lot of formats thanks to Astrolabe. Secluded Step, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and sort this out by CMC. Shelter, that's fine. Ephemerate probably works well with whatever we end up with. We'll grab a Scout and a Wall of 1,000 Cuts. Okay. So let's take this out, and let's kind of assume we're in Esper at the moment. Okay. We'll see where things go. We could easily drop some of the colors off of here. We don't know yet. It's not your turn. You may exile a black card. Pay for this. Destroy all creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Yep, okay. Chancing of the Chosen. Chosen creature type +1/+1. Yep. Ooh, remember we did bears, I think, last time. Evoke Flying Devour 2. Phantom Ninja. These two are fools with 1 sack is like enough for that to be real. And the snow-covered land is forest. No, we are not Rhyme Tender. That's not us. Ransack the Lab. Force of Despair is playable too. Not like super great, but it is removal. It's like a counterspell, effectively. Kind of like the Feaster of Fools. That gives me something big. If we have more of these trustworthy scouts later, then it'll be okay. Yeah. Hex Drinker. Ooh, but then there's Battle Screech and Mob. How are you doing, Hex Drinker? Hex Drinker has protection from everything. So Battle Screech, Mob, both stand out. Battle Screech is the immediate one I see because Battle Screech is ridiculous and we have a sack outlet. You know, sack Pale Life, sack creature, do some other things. So that seems... Yeah, again, we're not green. That's not us. Next time around. I realize the power of Hex Drinker. I've played with it. It got passed the same way it got passed here. We're not in green and we're not picking it. Edict. Regular cohort. Regular cohort's not bad. I like that a lot. Like, that gives us more things to flicker with Astral Drift that don't feel bad. Edict, I've not had some great times with it. But, you know, it's fine. Yeah, Cohort fits both with the Blink plan and the Sack plan. So I think that is our pick here. Fist of Flame. Yeah, check this shit out. Okay. Force of Rage. I'm not liking this. This is actually looking very heavily open in green now, which was not the thing in the last pack. Green was basically non-existent. Makes sense. Force of Rage is bad. This is the worst force by like 12 miles. If I have an Ichor, we can pick up as Fixing as a thing we can put down. I don't think we need Return from Extinction in this deck at the mo. Snow-covered swamp might have some strong uses for us. More than the rest of this pack. Okay, we are completely gone on all of our colors here. Okay. We can pick up Aven Windcaller or Ponder Mage. Both of those are off doing reasonable things. They're both double color, but wind color can flicker. I don't like that double on that Pondering Mage. That hurts. Because blue does not look like a color we're getting to double of without fixing yet. It's probably still the best card. That's tough. I don't like Everdream. Our deck only has like 3 instants right now. 2. I'd pick the Return from Extinction before that. I'm gonna pick up the... Yeah, we're just losing. Okay, well, Black's in here. Portal Vampire, whenever another creature dies, +1/+1 counter on each vampire you control. Smiting Helix. Oh, I actually like Smiting Helix a lot. Vampire, though. Ooh, that gives us reason to sack our creatures. Okay. No, I actually like that Vampire. Also, I'd love to see Putrid Goblin make it back around. I don't think it's gonna, but that'd be really nice. I really love Smiting Helix. This is a really good card. And we could probably actually do the red in our deck. So, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Cordial Vampire, assuming we'll see more Goblin. So... Ooh, now Vesper Lark is getting a little better for us. Vesper Lark now has Venomous Changeling and Vampire to return. Yeah. Hopefully we can find some more things for that, but I like the idea of... We want more cycling. We need more cycling for this. Let's put the blue out for now. Ooh. The Mariner, huh? I probably should play that. Much of this blue is playable. Etchings of the Chosen. Do we have a creature type we want on this? A lot of our creatures are just all over the place. Human Cleric. Shapeshifters. Maybe that's fine? Hmm. Yeah, let's go for it. Ooh, Etchings 2. Trustworthy Scout 2. Trustworthy Scout gets a lot better because we already have 1. Kill the Delight Cycles, and that's all I need it to say. Edict is fine. Ichor would also be fine. Now this looks better. We have a lot of humans and things that kind of fix on the same. I'll take the sliver. Alright, final pack. Let's see if we can kind of get some things that finish out this deck. I would like... I actually don't feel too bad about our early game. I want some evasion. That's a missing piece here. We've got Vesper Lark, Feaster of Fools, Wall, Battle Screech. Like, those are fine, but, like... Evasion is king, right? You know, that's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. Unearth Cycles, which is good. Rocks Veteran is fine. Reprobation is a type of removal. We've got some, but not a lot, outside of the Yawgmoth, which is still, I guess, pretty real. Rocks Veteran has Battle Cry, though, and that's actually really, really strong. I think the Unearth is... Man, Alpine Guide. I like Alpine Guide a lot. It's a really cool card. Yeah, more Rhyme Tenders, Snow Covered Below the Cut, Draw 7 we don't care about right now. I kind of like this again because we have like Battle Screech, things like that make things go real big. I don't care about the Echo. We don't want to be drawing 7 because like I don't want to hand my opponent 7 cards. I don't want to pay double blue. I don't want like I feel like we're already gonna have cards we can find Yawgmoth like Skelemental, yeah. can't really actually get that to work. Kind of like lesser Mastercore. Too bad I can't Croson Tusker. That's really cool. Yeah, check out that skeleton. It's sweet. We got another Rocks. Knight is not great. Mastercore. Can we afford that many cards in hand? It's only on the cast. I always feel bad with the discard on this. Let's get more veterans. I think that'll work out. Carrion Feeder, that's more sack outlets. Future Sight, that's not us. Some Ninja. Scavenger is definitely a liker. Carrion Feeder. Kind of think Scavenger is something I want one of in the deck. I don't know how much I like Feeder in here. I also do like Cohort a lot. I think those are the two. Also, we're seeing our colors. Means we're going good here. Hopefully we can see a little bit more Wing Shards immediately. Wing Shards sometimes just wins you a game. Sometimes your opponent makes mistakes. And Wing Shards makes those mistakes better for you. Reprobation and Gilded Light would be okay. Ichor and Edict would be slightly okay. But I'm gonna pick up some Wing Shards. Haver of Runes? I sure like me some rune having. Yeah. Let's be the Rune Haver. That sounds sweet. This is a card that our Vesperlark can bring back too. Not a human. It's a core. What else in here? We find on the Worn Eye Witch. Talisman of Off Color. Cave of Temptation. Defile, actually. That's removal. This is a Phantom draft, Nycthemeron. As mentioned, none of these are real cards. That's why I didn't pick the duel or the other cards or the other card or the other expensive card. It's not sticking around. I like a piece of removal. I also like Cave. Cave would be good, but removal is something, again, we have a very limited amount of. Ephemerate, Force of Vigor. Shelter again. There's Goat Nap finally. Been waiting on Goat Nap, a little too late for that, but Slivers get Unearth. Don't feel too bad on that. How does Dreadscape Sliver work with Changelings? They gain Unearth too. I think I want to pick it based on that. We have a couple we can bring back. Rank Officer is something I actually want to have. Ooh, Lancer Sliver is also really good with, like, Cohort. Just for handing off a wall of First Strike on the ground. Yeah, Changeling is Changeling everywhere, so. I feel like Lancer Sliver is fine here. Because again, that could give us like a first striking wall of annoying cards. Reprobation, Imposter, Soul Strike. Each Sliver creature card in your graveyard has Unearth too. Because, of course, like, that would put an instant or sorcery into play, and that's illegal. Take Reprobate. I don't like the card, but I want more removal. Do like this. More Goat Napping. Yeah. Ransack the Lab's also pretty cool. Okay, more gilded lights. Ephemerate. Ephemerate. Okay. So many ephemerates. Not a one to give. Alright. So, I think we have a decent aggressive deck. I think Yawgmoth's got to be doing a ton in here. Do we have any life gain? Find a black-white deck with no life gain? Accelerator, cohort, Changling, Wing Shards. Ultra. Yep, 20 life to death. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure. I want to know, like, what we're paying Yawgmoth, right? That's important. Okay, out of here. We got 33. We got 10 cuts. Soul Strike Technique. Ephemerates. Probably all three. I don't think our deck has too many things I want to be blinking. I'm gonna keep the drift. I care about a 5-drop wall. Probably not main. I think the Dreadscape Sliver's good. Let's actually do the... What's down here? Alright, Gilded Lights could go. Astral Drift doesn't have a ton for it. We're probably just cycling Astral Drift, and that's okay enough for me to play it, even if I'm just cycling Astral Drift. As, like, anti-removal. It means the Gilded Lights probably go. Like one return from Extinction. Yeah, this thing can cycle and trigger itself because it's really strong. Edict is a question to me. I feel like it's gonna be hard for that card to be good. Not like it's gonna be bad, but like this format, like, I don't know. That wall can go. So my problem I always had with Reprobation is that every color has good answers to it. Like, it was never the card that actually did what I wanted it to do. I do remember that from this format. Alright, this is probably fine. We have our Talisman, we have our Cycling Land right here. A lot of our power is wrapped up in Yawgmoth, and things like Cohort and Battle Screech to go along with it. We can do a lot of strong removal with that. And Cordial Vampire can also, like, pump our team, Yawgmoth, like, sack a creature, pump our team, Yawgmoth minus their creature, and then minus everything. You know what it is? I just played Red Alert yesterday, and like the like red background on here makes me not the person that doesn't look like Kane in any way, his hair, but like the overwhelming red makes me think of Nod. That's now I'm thinking about it. I don't remember what Seth looked like. Yeah, let's go with this. We're a little light on removal. What math are you looking at? I don't think there's any card in the set that punishes snow. Like, there's not, like, land walk. There's not ice storm. This is Magic from the year 2019. Must be the presence of this, because like double black, double black, double black has me thinking like heavier on the black. Oh, that's why it's going heavy. Okay, yeah, it actually makes more sense. Maybe I do want the extra. Okay, I was looking at incomplete information. There were so snow mana in Ice Age was almost all a punishment. Snow mana in the current format is like all upside. Like if you were playing a snowland in Ice Age, there were 1,000 reasons for it to go wrong. If you're playing Snow Mana now, there's 1,000 reasons for it to go right. So even though we don't have any of them in our deck, we're still gonna play it. All right, let's ride. It's not like Frail Aces, Radiance, or whatever's in this format. Snow-covered Swamp Walk. Heh. I'm playing that skeleton. Alright. I like our evasion at the top. I feel like we've had a decent plan going on. I feel a little light on removal. I feel like Yawgmoth's gonna have to do a lot of lifting. Yeah, Scred is a fun card for winners, hell yeah. Nothing till turn 4 Battle Screech. That seems dreadful. I like having all colors, but nothing till turn 4 Battle Screech and it's not on. This sucks. Oh, this is worse. Okay. So we do have Cohort and we can flicker it. We have Grave Shifter, we can flicker it. We have Vesperlark and we can flicker it if we get to 4 or 3. I'm a little worried about any sort of aggressive plan out of our opponent. We're basically going to get run over if our opponent goes like turn 2 Orc or something like that. Or ninjas, things like that would also kind of run us down. Okay, no fairy on 1 is good. Okay. Oh, alright. Outlast Slivers. That's fine. So Slivers have pay 2 tap, put a counter on them. Oh, interesting. Is that all you have? I guess fair, it's all I have. Really want to draw that 4th land. So we're going to use Astral Drift here in combat. Either in combat to prevent 3 damage and make that a 2-2, or just to make it a 2-2 after they outlast it, which seems sweet. Like, that seems like a good play for us. We'll do it at end step, cycling, and now this will come back at our end step. Yes, I'd love to remove that. Thank you very much. Alright, so we're doing this because I need to draw into a land in order for us to have game. Sadly, we don't have any of that going, so we're just kind of doing what we got. I wanted, again, I wanted the card draw. If I wanted to wait on it, I would have played Vesperlark, but right now, we need to draw a 4th land so we can play a regular cohort, so we can play Rock's Veteran, so we can play Graveshifter. Right now, we have nothing, and it's kind of poor for us. Continuously having nothing, I guess we get to play a Trustworthy Scout and attack for 2. Four cards in hand. Oh, they're not going to be blowing that sliver. Let's get First Blood. Maybe the Wing Shard's going to be good for us. I don't know why they would pre-combat any sort of spell. Rock's Veteran would look nice as a blocker against that sliver currently. A regular cohort would give us a board that would feel reasonable. We're not going to get to that Chordal Vampire anytime soon, but when we do, it's going to feel nice, because we do have some Changelings at the ready. Okay. No Ninja. No, they must have a 4 or a 5. Okay. Alright. This game is over in 2 turns. I need to draw an untapped land right now for Irregular Cohort or Rock's Veteran, or we are not winning this game. Alright, good. They're going to be overwhelming us in card advantage very quickly. I'm going to go ahead and play out. Let's go Rock's Veteran right now. It blocks better, and it has a good tap for getting rid of blockers. Then we can play Cohort, and then we can leave up Wing Shards. We need to get damage in now. We need to get damage in quick, because card advantage is how we lose. So we are now the aggressor. I do not believe we have a Disenchant anywhere in our deck, either. Okay, Fairy Seer with Future Sight. Yeah. Okay, they don't have double white. They don't have double white yet. Maybe it's fine. Maybe everything's cool. Maybe they'll put Battle Screech on the bottom because they don't have double white mana. It's like, well, that card sucks. I don't want to use it. Maybe it's Plains and Battle Screech, and they'll put Plains on top of Battle Screech, and then they'll play Plains. Scour all possibilities. Oh boy. Alright. Alright, I get it. Yes. Our opponent is going to make the impossible possible very quickly. There's that Battle Screech again. Kingdom for a Plains, it looks like. Prohibit on top. They're just going to hold up a Prohibit? That's fine, I've got the better clock right now. Mana War. Ah, that's good. That bounces that. I take 5. Go to 10. I can attack back. Not well. Okay, they have Prohibit. 4 cards. Where's that Battle Screech? So let's go ahead and check the game log now. Alright, so Scour all possibilities. 1 bottom, 1 top. We don't have visual on it. 2 top here. Don't have visual on it. No, well, they will have Prohibit mana later. Like, I'm aware it costs 2 mana. But like, if I play Rock's Veteran, what does that get me? Do I need Wing Shards now? Do I need Wing Shards later? How am I winning from attacking? I can't get through either of their creatures and we lose our board. Do I play a regular cohort? They don't have lethal on board, so let's go ahead and play out Rocks Veteran, and then we'll pass back. They're gonna hit us for 3 through that. And they're gonna draw Prohibit. So draw Prohibit, Island on the top. That's still not double white, so we still have a chance. Black Source doesn't do too much. That's double white from hand, okay. Might have drawn it. Anyway, here comes the... No, this is... Oh, right. Oh, right. There's a Plague Wind in this set. Okay. Uh-huh. So game 2, huh? I don't want to show them our second color. Quick collection wins. I could have grabbed 3 swamps and like tried to play through that, but I didn't. I don't even want to show them the other color there. Target creature you don't control. So Gilded Light doesn't even block this. Okay. That's what I was checking, was if Gilded Light blocked the winds. It does not. Like, Ephemerate doesn't block it. Not a lot in here that does much for us. Edict might be fine in the matchup. Well, they showed Battle Screech, but if I can get it before Battle Screech, it's a lot better. Changeling I don't like, because they didn't show a lot of creatures that were, like, on the ground. They were, like, evasive and can't be blocked and bounce. Try this. Alright, yeah, so I'd like to play first. You like removal? Sure. The Ephemerate doesn't do anything to the Plague Wind. It doesn't target. Scry first. Okay, I'm not letting this stick around. Okay. Well, I have a little bit of control going on. This is nice. Okay. I don't want to cycle this step until I find a 5th. Okay. Now I will cycle the step. Let's actually do that right now. Okay. Where did those cards go? Just so I know how good they're... 2 bottoms, so they're in dig mode. They did not like the top of their deck. They might be off color. Being off white would be the most likely reason they'd be in dig mode. Okay, looks like that was fixed, if that was indeed the issue. Wow. Yep, my edict looks really bad. Alright, you got me. As I mentioned, edict just does not pull weight in this format, like ever. It's weird. Yeah, that's just bad. Ugh. Alright, so I get to play Silumgar Scavenger as a... Okay, they have infinite of these Fairy Spheres. It's fine. I want to play a 3/3 flyer, though. They can't prohibit it. They could harder counter it. But 3/3 flyer seems well against this. Lancer Sliver, sure. Okay, I'm not exploiting. First strike, Lancer Sliver. 4 cards in hand. They've got Scour in the yard, so they've got a lot of... And again, let me... One top, one bottom, so they are now going to draw something reasonable to them. So probably an on-curve play. Maybe a double white if that was something they needed for their hand, or it could just be Slam Future Sight. All of these are possible lines. Phantom Ninja, sure. 2 left. Alright, that's not where I want to be right now. Our deck doesn't have a lot of use for excess lands. That's something... That's somewhat of a weakness. Our actual... We have one use for excess lands, and it's Yawgmoth discarding them. Problem being, we don't have Yawgmoth, and Yawgmoth doesn't even have a board for us to be doing anything with. Oh, Wing Shards are unblockable. Puts us on parity. Alright, Enduring Sliver is a bit of a pain. They can outlast immediately on the Lancer. And then 3/3 will be big enough to get over my Scavenger next turn. Okay, Lancer of our own. It's fine. Edict into Wing Shards would work if our opponent was attacking all out, but like I don't foresee that. I thought about holding the Wing Shards for a future, but I didn't like the Phantom Ninja both threatening a ninja and being just this unblockable threat for a long game. The Lancer Sliver comes in for 3. We take that. And they Scour past turn. And right now I really want to draw... Yawgmoth would be good. Land is not. Land's not where we want to be right now. Can't really do much of anything with this. Let's pass it back. See where we can go. Archmage's Charm. Yikes. They must feel very confident in their position if they're going to drop shields. I don't know that I would. What do you mean we can Edict the big sliver? If I play Diabolic Edict, we sacrifice Vesper Lark, and then they get a Fairy Seer back. Or they sack Fairy Seer. Because this is just, they choose a creature of their own choice. Okay. Wonder if this will resolve. They could prohibit. I like First Strike, though. First Strike wall's nice here. Alright, that puts up a pretty sizable defense. So that's good. That's a really, really strong draw there, because that actually can push off their Lancer Sliver or their Enduring Sliver. They're going to have to sit around and pump for a while. Yep. So our opponent has a card advantage, and that's a very powerful place to be. A lot of scrying, a lot of card advantage. And that's something that really gets them out of a lot of jams. What did they like? Shuffle draw. Okay, they didn't like the top 3. And they're gonna outlast. Alright. That doesn't get much of anything done here, does it? If I draw a Yawgmoth, I'll have enough black to make 2 discards. But I can't get these out of... I need to draw my, like, Astral Slide. I think that'd be good. Alright, let's, see if we can't kill off their first Strikey Sliver. Okay. So now that that happens, now our bird is getting a little bigger. So now we have a pretty sizable bird. They're going to have to go back to their original defensive status unless they just go wide on me, which looks like a possibility. Oh my god, I only have 1 creature down there? Yeah, I've just got a regular cohort down there. Tragic. I need to do this, though. Prohibit. This would be a good placement for a counterspell. Okay, so this puts our defenses way back up. We're back online. They're going to have to Enduring Silver a lot to get over this. So we've got time on our side. We have 5 life, so not much else on our side. But until they find something like Future Sight, this is an okay board for a while. Like, we can deal with this. Worst case would be they bounce my flyer. Alright. Indeed. That lets them attack for 3. Or they could bounce my Lancer Sliver? That wouldn't be too bad. Alright. Yeah, get rid of the flyer. So I think this is where I'm going to spend my Edict. Right here, right now. Oh, they're full court pressing, huh? Okay. Yeah, that math makes sense. Alright, let's Edict you first. Let's see what you do. Okay. Got it. Forced blocks, huh? Yeah. So those blocks are all indeed forced, because we cannot take any of them, as each one of them is lethal, so we lose our entire board to the Farmstead Gleaner on top. Alright, well, dang. Alright. Did not go where we wanted it to. Maybe I... The only thing I can think is hold on to the wing shards a little longer. Might have been better, but we also might have died to it. We're at 5 life. That ninja probably would have had us dead 6 turns ago. That's okay. Let's move along. Let's see how this deck operates under some different circumstances. Perhaps an opponent... perhaps an opponent more... matching us in cards instead of overwhelming us. Jay Russell. Alright. What do they have? We'd like to play first. Yes, absolutely. I don't care. I'm keeping this. Single white gets us out, and white is our heavier color. This should be fine. Even if I can't cast the white cards, I can always discard them. Pro-humans. Okay. Deck. I see you. Rhyme? Ah, the menacing slug. Alright, yep. That's, that sounds about right. I guess I should have seen this one coming. This hits us for one menace. We can't block it with our Death Toucher. And we can't block that either. Okay. Bit of a pain. Yawgmoth can hopefully take care of that soon, though. Bear, attack us for 2. If we draw land, we'll be okay. There's our Snow Swamp. Hello, Yawgmoth. Alright. So this thing's a 2/5. We can just block kill that. We can block kill most of their stuff. And if things go poorly, I can always use Yawgmoth to lower it. Which I might want to do. Hey, Blazing Blade. You're kind of seeing it right here. We got Yawgmoth and a bunch of... We're off white right now, but like we have Yawgmoth and a lot of tokens. Which seems really powerful. We just have to get to the point where, you know, we get to do anything with this. Okay, Talisman of Green. Maybe a blue splash. Okay, fine. Whatever, I'll sack a creature. Let's go. Fine then. It's a little stupid. Alright, Graveshifter's back. Changeling's here. Monofin, thank you very much for the sub. Hope you're enjoying the Yawgmoth, which is just sort of sitting here in play. There's not really much going on, really. And I'm not actually going to block it. I'm going to take the... yeah, I can't kill it. So, no blocks. If I could kill it, I'd block it, but I can't kill it, so I won't. Okay, so... Again... Time not on our side. What a good card. I like that Twin Silk Spider. Yep, let's go ahead and play the Changeling. Guess from here we're gonna pass. Somewhere in this deck is white mana. Okay, how heavy are they going in? Are they just going one unblockable? One unblockable seems like a strong choice. I'm gonna choose to not take it. Guess I probably shouldn't have waited till after declare blockers, because I could have gotten hyper punished there. But they're not a ninja deck, they're a green deck. Okay. We can unearth our Graveshifter. That's cool. Black-white monocolor deck, indeed. Okay, persist Gerblin, which doesn't actually persist if we put a counter on it. Cool. Yep, that's a card. We can unearth our Gravedigger. Let's go ahead and shift it back to them. If I can get Lancer, Sliver, or Rocks Veteran, I'll feel a lot better about my position. They're on 3 lands. They must have some sort of, like, knockout, drag-out cards, but I don't see them. And start proliferating, but that don't do much. I don't see attacks being profitable for them. Carrion Feeder. Sure. Yeah, like, there's no world where I, like, don't, like, pick this, you know, sack the Changeling and then pick it up or something. Just something I might do next turn if we don't draw into a source. Okay, so we want to go... Pay life, target carrion feeder. Sack our changeling. And now they're in like the carrion feeder hell. Okay. Now we can pay 2 for our grave shifter. Yep. Give me that back. Um we'll see what they do. Oh, sweet, free damage is free. So now this... Oh, yes, okay, you know what? That's enough. Okay, do I want to play that? It would let me hold up shelter. I kind of want to get more of a board here so I don't start, like, dying to combat. Bit of an issue right now. I think I might have to wait on that play. Because I can't do anything else with it. Damn it, that's a bit of a pain. Yeah, we need blockers here. Our life total's low, and again, we don't have healing in the deck. So I want to preserve as much of a life total as possible. I think we're going to discard Cohort. It's going to be a long time until I play Cohort, because Battle Screech should be played on the Cohort turn. Okay. Might be able to double white next turn, but I don't really care about that. Yeah, we're gonna murder ourselves indeed. A bit of an issue. Unearth the Cohort is also an Cave of Temptation. That's 4 to activate? Damn it. Okay, well, that's fine. If I can untap the Astral Drift, I'll be able to counter that. They probably want to play their 5 here, though. They've been sitting on 4 mana for about 4 turns now. So they probably got some buster to play here. Okay, I don't know if they want to sack that land. I'm in danger. Oh no, they figured it out. Uh-oh. Team, huh? Okay. Alright, no, that's fine. So this is what I was scared of. This is why I wanted to play this, because I figured our opponent was just going to start all outing. We need to deal with their board pretty quickly. Yeah, that gives them 2 bears, too. All my other blocks look really bad, too. Ugh. Okay, I can, like, cycle Astral Drift to make this suck. I can Death Touch down the Anurid. I actually want this gone. I don't want more cards in their grave, so this Anurid ain't on yet. 1 card left in hand. So this is the same amount of cards dead, so that's fine. I just killed this token instead of... That's one card in the yard, up to 4 or 5. That's not quite threshold. That'll be okay. I take... Okay, go to 5. They're on step. Yep, we sure don't have anything going on here. Talisman... Flashback to cohort. But I kind of want to astral drift if things go poorly. Have shelter as well if things go pretty bad. Hmm. We have Lancer on this. This all looks really dangerous. I don't like any of it. Go to 4. Strike Death Touch. Just going through a lot of lines in my head right now. Like, if cycling Astral Drift on this, playing out Lancer's Sliver to try to first strike Death Touch. We have multiple death touching threats I need to kill, though. The green creature there is just not trample. Alright, so they've got activation of Bear, they've got activation of Caves, and they've got activation of 2 cards in hand. Hello, Gnome. We are desperately trying to not die here. Under a game where we finally found a white mana, as our hand might tell you. But it's damaging, and we've been both taking damage and paying life throughout this game, thanks to Yawgmoth. So we're trying to find an out here. This Menace Slug is a bit of a pain. I kind of want them to sack that cave and just make the Slug a 5 and go in. That would be a plan that, like, I could punish a lot. Just by flickering it. It's probably why they're not going to do it. They're just going to play another 5-drop? Oh, another Anurid. Yeah, another Anurid. I don't have an answer to another Anurid. Okay, we let the trigger go. Okay, 6 cards in grave. Drew a land. Hope they don't attack with anything but Slug here. Shit. That's super bad. Okay. I'd love it if you back down on this attack. Thank you. Like, just the Slug, please. Perfect. Oh my god. Okay. Hoofa. Okay, so now we can go... Now Shelter's on, and we can use that to do some killing. Let's move to blockers. You, Yawgmoth here. And then we just shelter whatever blocker 1 is over here. You show me the human on this board, and I'll tell you. Yeah, that human slug is really something we have protection from. No, no, no. We need to use shelter here. And it depends on what order they do their blockers on. I would love to know what my blocking order is. Help. What does this mean? Is this number one? Oh, God. Is it right to left? It's right to left on MTGA. Shit. Let's 50-50 this. Sure hope I'm right. Oh my god, a white source that doesn't paint us. Be still. Okay. Oh, goodness. That is... It's been like 10 years. Can that not be a little bit more, like, visible? Alright, so these are 5/5 vigilances now. One card left in hand. Oh! Get your shit out of here. No. Zorch. Okay, now we can get down the Lancer Sliver. Now we've got First Strike, Death Touch. Now we can pass the turn. We've even got Astral Drift if things go poorly. I'm not playing Vesper Lark or anything for pain. My life total is super wary right now. Shit. Okay, long game is yours. You don't have the activation for that. That's your last card in hand. You've got Mother Bear for more 2/2, so it's almost irrelevant. Let's get Battle Screech next turn. I mean, First Strike, 2/4 has protection from that too. Okay, what do we want to do here? Do I want to get down... Am I willing to pay life on Battle Screech right now? Maybe. Also just get Vesper Lark down. I think I'm willing to pay a life to get those on the table, so... Let's go ahead and get those on the table. Shall we? Okay. So now from here, we can just pass. For the rest of the game, we can unearth this cohort at some point, but I want to wait until, you know, we're in a position where I'm alphaing. Where it's relevant. Okay, there we go. That looks sweet. I'll cast this. I leave down my shields for drift, but it's a lot more flyers. Do not end step? Okay, concession. That's why there was no end step. Oh, we made it out of that game. Oof, that did not feel like one we were winning, but through perseverance and our opponent not making some alphas at critical junctures, we got through it. We got another Rocks veteran. Let's take a look at our curve again. Exactly enough swamps. Clearly our color screw was actually the perfect draw for us, um, who needed to draw all of the freaking swamps right to file. Kill the light doesn't do check. Reprobate. Didn't show like super good ways of dealing with it. And they did show 5/5s. What do we not want? Problem is they also Edict is horrible against them. They showed like carrion feeder, bunch of tokens, some other garbage. Like doesn't seem too great. I like the I don't feel bad about anything in our deck right at the mo actually. That Giver the Rune Haver would feel really nice. I'll just roll it back. Okay, just rolling it back. Rune Liker is pretty good. I actually like the Drift a lot in this matchup. Snow Swamp is in here for shits and there's no point. There's nothing in the deck that cares about. There's nothing about it. There's nothing in the format that'll punish us for it. It's just a Snow Swamp. If our opponent like donates us stuff, occur. Oh, I'm gonna keep this because we have shelter. Actually, damn, this looks really good. Nice duel. Carrion feeder, sure. All right, Rune Haver. Rune Liker has logged on. So they have a 2? You can't attack unless they have a 2. Okay, I can't. You got me. I can't block anymore. You're not. Yeah, you should be attacking me for 1 here, because I can't block anymore. However, next turn you lose that ability. You know what? I'm fine with 1, white source. We can play off 1 white source. We can get Yawgmoth on 4. Alright, bring it in. So they're gonna play Spider Pair? I don't know. That duel's doing a lot of work for them. They were off black. More slug. Attack me, please. Damn it. They're smart enough. Double white's actually kind of relevant to this deck. We're gonna be drawing cards pretty soon, but double white's pretty big. Now is the turn to play it and not be affected, because we would... Yeah, we have enough card draw later. We can play this. Okay. The slugs scare me. They can get pretty big, pretty quick. Cave of Temptation. More black. Okay, Persist Gerblin. Yep, double evolve. Still closed, still closed. Yeah. Wait, why are you dashing that? Now that don't make a lick of sense. That's not attacking, right? What? Why? Why is any of this? What's happening? And then we just shelter. One card in hand, I'm fine using shelter here. I'm gonna need to draw in answers to these slugs very quickly, and I want to preserve life total. So we can't kill the carrion feeder, but it can't hurt me. Interesting. Dash. Dash. Even more interesting choice. So this one's pro-green. And this one's pro-black. Cool. Yep, and there's the sack we were waiting for. Interesting that they also did the Putrid Goblin sack, because that doesn't feel relevant right now. Pro-black. And yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay, we go to 15 again. We need to start answering these, because, like, if they actually get big threats online... Ooh, Venomous Changeling. I almost want to play you over Yawgmoth right now. Venomous puts them on kind of the defense, I feel. I might actually want to do that instead of Yawgmoth here. It's kind of funky, but I have, like, protection for it, and, like, it does a pretty big number on their... Yeah, when we have Runehaver, they can't really be super aggressive with it. So this cave is +2/+2 sorcery speed for 4 in sack, so they're 1 off it. They had 1 card in hand, maybe one of those 4/4 biggies. Yeah, and I don't feel like they have a lot of attacks that make sense here. They lose a little bit too much. Like, I'm willing to take the damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 4 here. So... let's go ahead and block. So we're taking 4. We will be able to stop that soon. We need pro-black on this. Maybe they have a play post that lets them kill the Runehaver, but they can kill Runehaver before. Instant speed kill now? No, they didn't leave up mob. You can't... what do you want? Because that's 5 with Convoke. Wanna be just like mob. Yeah, let's do some board clearing. Put ourselves to 11, and we're kind of in a safer position. Okay, their post-combat is... dangerous, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. So how much is that activation? 5, so they can't do it yet. 1, 3 each, and then... okay. Because that activation is 2, 3, 4, and that's, like, real close to just murdering our face. So, don't much like that. We're pretty good at blocking slugs here. If they get a 5th land... Yeah, they have tension here because they also like might want to draw off the peatland. Okay, I slow speed one of those, which I can just kill. Persist Gerblin. Okay, no reason to do this on my turn here. Okay, I think we might want to do some stuff now. So I think we sack the scout. Start powering down the pack. And like play Grave Shifter, re-get by our scout, and maybe replay it. Just have warm bodies. Getting this pack slowly down is going to be necessary. Is this their grave? Your grave. Okay, let's go ahead and draw our card. So counter on this thing. Sack or scout. Whoa, now that is... Moi, okay. Vampire? Okay. So this gives each vampire a +1/+1 counter, which is Grave Shifter and Changeling. So everything gets bumped from its ability? That's pretty good. Okay, I'll feel better when I can untap with the scout. Because, like, I can play it. You know, the Treetop Ambusher can die pretty easily in combat. Vampires, they can't have their boats. Let's throw a Gravedigger at the Ambusher if we need to. Yeah, let's see what their play is here. Birthing Burrows? I do not care. Simply do not care about that. That's irrelevant to me. You want to attack, you can go for it. I do not care right now. I have good blocks. Okay, let's go ahead and untap then. It'll become a problem. So we want to kill this pack soon. Let's go and play our scout. Hey Vienna, goes well. We're fighting a protracted game with strong advantage. I wanted to play one more plans. I actually should have tapped that differently, so I could leave up the wing shards, but no, I wanted to play one more plane so that I could like use this, activate this, but I tapped that wrong because I was thinking double black activation. I think I'm just fine passing here. Because we don't lose life when the birthing bros makes a 2/2, we lose life when this makes a thing. So like this isn't really that big of a problem yet. Yeah, I should have tapped better. That was a mistake. That might cost me a little bit. All right, let's pass it back. We'll see how this goes. I think we might lose a little bit of... Yeah, because now they're on 5. They can play their 4/4. Okay. No, they're out of cards in hand. So they can activate their pack. We're going to go ahead and pay a life. Put a counter on the Rotwood pack. Sack this creature. Pump the team. Draw a card. Discard a card to proliferate, which is, I don't know, a little strong now that I put +1/+1 counters on my team. I don't know. It's like decent. Alright, here comes the activation for 2. That's fine. Yeah, there's the activation for so we're gonna lose 2 life. I'm fine with this outcome. And then we'll go ahead and kill it. Ooh, okay. So now we can... Let's grab a new scout. Don't want to play it. I think I want to make our opponent start doing things. I think that means pressure. So I want them to draw a 4/4. Oh, that's the match. Alright, weird how our vampire made that the match. See, I wasn't really scared of them coming in because we have enough blockers to deal with the actual things. And, like, we get to wing shards. So, anywho, let's move on to 3. Yeah, Yawgmoth's strong. Weird. Proliferate's quite strong with both counters around. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That was pretty good. That was basically how the deck wanted to function, and that vampire worked perfectly. So I'm super happy with all of that outcome. All right, let's go ahead into our final against Ninja Steve 22, born in the year 1922. They're an ancient one. They've been around for a long time. Yes, I'd like to play first. I see multiple colors. I see a curve. Let's make it happen. Because, like, I got Venomous Changeling, I got Lancer Sliver, I got Vesper Lark for rebuying Changelings. Our opponent's on the aggro Craig. Off the top of my head, I'm going to play the Dreadscape Sliver because that leads into Lancer Sliver really well. Play a 3/2 with Echo. Okay, fine. Play Renin 6, whatever. I guess I'll go beat up Renin 6. It's not doing anything. Whatever. Here's me going in and beating up Renin 6, like... Because I can't let it go off, because, like, I don't want them to have, like, the retrace emblem, but... Pretty sure I can just beat him up. Okay, that's some fixing, and ooh! Red and 6 gets a land card advantage. Oh, check out this power. Springbloom Druid, sack my mountain, go get plains and swamp. And then I'm going to pick up my mountain and boom, shakalaka. That was close. It's pretty close. I felt pretty good about the pick there. Yeah, that's actually a really strong combo. They're going to sack their Druid to not lose Ren and 6. That puts Ren and 6 on 1. I don't want to play Vesper Lark until, we're at the point where I can do something with it. Trustworthy Scout's good to sack the Feaster of Fools. Make a 5/5 flyer. They're ramped. They got a lot of cards in hand still. They played their mountain that they picked back up, so here's 6 unknowns. I can kill Ren with any of these. That's a 3/3 token with rebuy, huh? That's a pain in the ass. I give up. Goodbye forever. Okay. Let's play Yawgmoth and pass. Peace. Whatever, I got first strike death touch. I don't fear anything right now. Trustworthy Scout's really good with Yawgmoth, because I can go pick up another Trustworthy Scout, and, wait, why did they went with the minus? They used the minus on my face. That's why I'm at 19 for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that was the right call. Anyway, they get a rebound. I didn't attack for 1. I could have, but I want to leave my Venomous Changeling back. Like, yeah, we have 4 power first strike, but they could easily overwhelm that, whereas they can't overwhelm a Venomous Changeling. Yeah, I don't think... I think plussing and just holding on to Ren 6 is way better than, like, pinging my face. If it was pinging a creature and killing something, that would have been a different question, but it's not what they did. So, I'm not worried about that. Okay, if they kill my Venomous Changeling, I can Vesper Lark and get it back. I can evoke Vesper Lark and get it back if I want to be cute. That's actually kind of funny. I might do that. Yeah, okay. Alright. Well, you know what? It's not Plague Wind. It's fine. Sack another. Yeah, I can't get around it. Do I want to sack any slivers? Whatever. That card exiles. We can't do any of that. Also, it's not a sliver. There's a couple reasons why we cannot get back our... What does Overload do? Changes target to each. So if you overload it, it Plague Winds me and removes all of my creatures from play. You lose the game when that happens. Actually, every time. Weird, I know, but... Okay, we're going to play Cordial Vampire. We're going to play Vesper Lark. Cordial Vampire looks pretty neat when we got Venomous Changeling around. This gives me a flying threat to start, like, actually doing something to them. Alright, 7th land, and tap out for... Irrelevant. A 5/5. I don't care. I can first strike wall you. Like... We're gonna do the devil. Sack you to the devil. Pumper squad, and by a squad I mean these two. And they have no reach at the mo. 5/5 is really good here because it blocks a lot of their ground. Next turn, I want to stop my turn, thank you very much. Last thing I want to do is draw that scout. So we're going to upkeep, search the scout. Make sure we don't, you know, draw it. So this is the weakest our defenses are right now. If they have something to overrun them, this would be the turn that is the most dangerous. Killing our Venomous Changeling is a pretty good way to do that. That doesn't do any of it. That goes and grabs their second white source so that they can overload their second Winds of Abandon, I suppose. Does put a land in the yard so that the Marasa Behemoth is huge. Problem being, this has first strike death touch, so, you know, like, we still have issues on their end. Really want to untap here, though. 2 cards in hand. Is that second white? Imagine if they had grabbed double planes off that first activation. Oof, we would have been super screwed. There's no world where this attack is correct. What is this? What trick would make this bad? Shelter? On a splash? I don't know if I believe that. Prove it. I can bring it back anyway. So, like... Even if they, like, first strike it themselves, that's still a 1-for-1 on their biggest threat. Even if they kill my first strike sliver, it's still a 1-for-1 on their biggest threat. Like... Okay. It's a... Wait, they were holding it? You had it? Wait a minute. All you had to do was burn the sliver. That was it. All you needed to do was burn Lancer Sliver. Damn, Urza's Rage with this ramp seems dangerous. Urza's Rage owns. This is a burn for 3. You can kick for 9 additional mana to make it burn for 10. Alright, upkeep. This is where we do our search. Because I do not want to draw this. Hey. I don't think I want to play that right now. Well, actually, it's First Striker. Ain't looking bad. First Striker, pick up my Vampire. Sure. More First Strike never hurt anybody. I don't know. They certainly know now not to make that play, but you know, they went in kind of a panic mode, killed my Vampire, and then everything kind of went falling from there. This thing is a huge Winding Way. Choose creature land, top 4. Get them all. 4 plus 4. Okay, draw 3, huh? And they pass. Okay. So we get to learn about their deck. It's very aggressive. We've got Alpine Guide. We've got Orcish Hellraiser. We got Second Trumpeting Herd. Looks like that Lancer Sliver's doing a lot of heavy lifting. I might want Ephemerate in here as a counterspell to their burn in case of fire. What do I not want is a better question. Is there something that seems poor in this matchup? The scouts are okay. Reprobate with our opponent having biggies is also like, maybe it's like bring out the scouts, bring in the like one ephemerate, one reprobate, and get rid of our kind of like generic filler creature that doesn't do anything. Wouldn't be too bad. We could Gilded Light as a counterspell for Blastage for 10. We probably just win the game before that happens, though, is my actual plan. We'll just try not to, I don't know, let the game go to 12 mana. They are ramp, though. Who knows? Ren and 6. Alright. Alright, let's keep rolling against them. Ninja Steve. Yo, this thing's good. I like the Talisman a lot. Keep. I'm gonna cycle the Steep here. Alright, Ren on 2. Okay. Ooh, Alpine Guide's super strong. Want to draw a land here. Okay, I think we go Dredgescape, leave up Ephemerate in case of fire. Because I don't know if I want to commit Venomous Changeling into a board like this. I want to start building a board and kill this Alpine Guide when we have time for it. So, we'll do this. I'm going to be taking a little bit of damage here, and I need to draw into a land, is what I'm seeing. Okay. Not bad. We'll take 3 instead of 5. Could have been worse. We do want to get rid of this thing soon. It has to attack, so sooner or later it'll run into First Strike, Death Touch, something like that. Etchings of the Chosen is nice here, too, if we can get that going. This is my punishment for cycling that Steep. Then again, I'd be 1 card further away from the next land, which we also want, so... And there's that Springbloom Druid. They're gonna go grab double white by sacking a mountain here. Like, that's a 100%. They want that double white real bad. That gives them an auto win, right? You know, just a card that they can play that goes, the game is over. And, you know, end screen pops up for us. Okay, that's cool. So, let's get a Lancer Sliver down. Leave up Ephemerate. We can get Battle Screech soon. We can try and kill this. Okay. The I win is super strong. Yeah, not much we can do about a card like that. So I kind of want to hit this guide while we have the chance. Oh, that changes my... choices pretty effectively, actually. I don't want to kill this quite yet. I want to take the 3 and kill this backblade sliver right now. We'll take the 3, because this is a free hit, like nothing can go wrong here. Whereas if I double block and they play a burn spell, if I ephemerate, I'll lose whatever I put in combat. So this is a little safer, actually. So we kill their sliver, we go to 11. We'll be killing this next turn, so no worries about that. And do they have a Plague Wind on me? Marasa Behemoth. Cool, can I draw a land? Yes, thank you very much. Let's go ahead and put down our defenses. This time with Shelter and Ephemerate up. Okay, we're at 11. We need to kill that Alpine Guide, which we will easily do. If they've got a burn spell, this is the moment they want to use it. I can Etchings of the Chosen on Sliver next turn. Which, pretty good. That gives us the... if they Plague Wind here, we lose, right? And this is Plague Wind. Right, I can't beat a Plague Wind. There's nothing I can do about a Plague Wind happening. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. Right, that card just auto-wins. Oh, thank God, that's not a Plague Wind. Whew. Oh, that could have been so much worse. Oh, here I was thinking you were just going to Plague Wind attack me for 11. That's just an 8/8. That's so much better. No, Shelter does not give immunity to the Plague Wind. The Plague Wind does not target. That is why it is so strong. There's nothing in this set that blocks it other than a counterspell. It's, very powerful. Alright, Etchings of the Chosen on Sliver looks good. Problem is they can get in with those Marasa Behemoths, the second ones, and then there's nothing I can really do about it. I can sort of do some weird blocking, with some Shelter with a double block. Shelter with a double block looks like my best play. Let's go ahead and play out this Etchings, and I have Ephemerate in case of Super Fire. Okay, yeah, so again, our problem is that we auto-lose to a Plague Wind because its name is Plague Wind for 6. I don't really know what you're supposed to do about a card like that. So we just kind of play as though it don't exist. We are going to be taking a lot of damage here. Which sucks a little bit. I do not care too much about Blade Back. No, I care about my life total right now, and if I don't name Sliver, we're taking a lot of damage from the double Behemoth attack. We have some problems getting the birds going at the Mo. Also, now we've got, I guess now we've got 3/3s to block there, so I don't feel too bad about this. So this sucks. I want to draw like a white source. I want to get this Battle Screech going, but it's a little hard. And here comes the double Marasa Behemoth attack, as expected. We need to not take 1 billion damage from it. So, we're going to lose our Dredgescape Sliver here, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and go to blockers. And we can't kill it. So there's still going to be an 8/8. We can go ahead and Shelter it, though, which will be fine. Shelter from... And we don't want to remove this from combat, because I do not want to take that much damage, again. This is kind of like preserving a life total right now, so... It's a bit of a pain, I realize, but... Like, it has to be done. Defile does some good work here. I can get rid of this Bladeback Sliver, which can start pinging us. Like seeing that. Oh, I could have used it there, too. Oh, that would have been a little better. No, but then the Bladeback Sliver's still going. That might still be fine. Just because I made a mistake, don't double down on the mistake. Right? Like... Because I go to 8, I get to play a lot of You know, let's get this out of here. See, I should have still had a 3-3 here, but that's okay. We'll kill it. Nice! Nice! Oh, another venomous changeling. You are really, really nice to see right now. Want to play that Battle Screech, but I kind of need to play out another changeling. How much damage you got here? You can only attack with the venomous chain. You can't attack with both elephants. Let's Battle Screech here. If I need to ephemerate, I can ephemerate. Worried about this Bladeback Sliver for being able to like ping me to death, but you know, 5-turn clock of flyers starts getting things done real quick. And yeah, again, I could have named birds with the etchings, but like I really feel like my life total was what we needed to salvage there, and that was the problem. So it's a bit of an issue. Let's flash that back. We're not going to bring back Dredgescape quite yet, because if we bring back Dredgescape, I want to ephemerate it to make it a permanent comeback. And that was not on this turn's menu, so... We can do that, by the way. Unearth is kind of silly. Alright, so here comes the other trumpeting herd, but we've got 3-3s for days. That's not a problem. I like our ephemerate being able to be a little aggressive here and get us some bodies. Still worried about Bladeback. They're not going to be anywhere near their Urza's Rage kill, but... Again, Plague Wind kills me at any moment, right? Like... Nothing to be done about that call. Is Bladeback a Fire Slinger or a Pinger? They can hit player or Planeswalker. They can't hit creatures. They can't hit the birds. They can only hit face. The thing that scares me is that it gives it to all slivers, so if they actually do find, like, 2 slivers, their clock is faster. And I have to start, like, attacking with something else. Again, Dredgescape Sliver looks kind of cool. We can do something with that. If they attack with Bladeback Sliver, I'll trade 2 birds for it, because that would get that off the damn table. I don't think they make any attacks here, though. They probably play out their hand, though. There's no reason to be holding good cards. Yep, there's more slivers, and that's the part I was a little worried about. Can they empty-handed? No, they cannot. Yawgmoth. Okay. That's powerful right now. I feel like that's my next turn play, not my this turn play. So, what we do now... We bring back... Dredgescape Sliver. Attack for 7. Flicker the Sliver. Get the Sliver. Play our Changeling. And have enough blockers to not be dying. Then we can start clearing out this thing. So let's do that. So we want... So attack for 7. They should just take it. There's no reason to do any blocks here unless they want to block that 1-1. Doesn't change the clock much, so I don't see why they would. Okay, and now, so Unearth says exile it, like, when it would leave the if it would leave the battlefield. So what we're gonna do is have it leave the battlefield by exiling it, and then it comes back, and it is no longer under the Unearth. So we get to keep it permanently. Unearth is... See? So it still has the Unearth trigger, but it does not recognize this anymore. So it exiled instead of exiling, and then didn't do anything. So now we have enough blockers to kill their attackers. We still need to race them. I need to be playing Yawgmoth next turn. That'll be good at keeping hyper damage off us. Again, if they draw... More slivers are really dangerous right now. Now all their slivers can tool. I need to kill Bladeback Sliver next turn. Yeah, okay, so we'll have to do that next turn. We need to get that off the table, or else we're going to lose to the slivers, because the burn is going to be way too quick, way too fast, way too... also, I don't want the digging. That's a little dangerous. So let's we'll do some answering. Make it clean. No point in casting this. We want to hold that land. So, what we're going to do... this is going to look a little dumb. We're going to have to do this, though. So we attack them to 9. And we attack them with... Dredgescape Sliver. So I want to draw a swamp for this. Really? Oh, I would love it if you threw away an elephant. Also love it if you took damage. Okay. So that puts them to 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, so pay 1 life, put a counter on this, sack this sliver. Ooh, Hever runes. You're looking nice. So pay 1 life. Target this one. Sack a bird. Okay. Discard a card, proliferate. We're gonna leave the cleaving sliver. I don't care about that one. Ooh, lava dart. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Okay, from this position, we go ahead and... pass it back. 1 card in hand from their filter, and then that top deck again. And that's the match. We got there. All right. We got our play points back, we got our refund on it, and we got our victory. Nice. Thank you, Yawgmoth, for that one. So yeah, next turn I was going to bring back the sliver and just start rolling in after getting rid of a couple of these blockers. Yeah, the reason I want to kill the both of these was because if I let them keep the discard draw, they have like 12 chances to draw into their Plague Wind. And 12 chances to draw into their Plague Wind sounds very, very bad for me. You know, like right now they were on, they were on 19 cards left in deck. They would have been able to discard draw 3 times, and then just attack me for lethal with elephants. The first match that looked horrible. The other 2 were flawless. Yeah, that went pretty well. Anyway, that's Modern Horizons. I hope you had a good time with that. I'm glad we got to remember the power of Changelings, the power of Yawgmoth, the power of birds. So yeah, the next draft we do will be Vintage Masters, and that'll be next week, either on the weekend or Tuesday, depending on when it fits in. But yeah, hope you all had a very fun time today. I know I enjoyed what we got to do with this. It was pretty dang sweet. So yeah. Anyway, if you want to catch more things like this, more Magic, you can always follow. See when I go live. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 Central, but also on weekends, sometimes on Sundays. If you want to subscribe, you get the cool slime. But if not, you support the stream. But if not, that's cool too. I'm glad you're here, having a great time. Anyway, I'm gonna send y'all over to Ryan's stream. Ryan's doing some Pioneer, so please enjoy and have a good time over there. Have a good night, everybody.